From the most unlikely place, a champion emerged. Gifted with uncommon skills and fueled by a dream.
Being a champion is about your determination.
He became a heavyweight world champion. Now, the baddest man on the planet is back.
He is indeed a problem.
But he enters a new world, one in which his opponent reigns king.
It's a 1-2, good night.
What a shot!
Problema with the championship!
From two continents an ocean apart, the two scariest heavyweights on the planet collide. On a night that also features legends. And fierce rising talent. It's the battle of the giants as Francis Ngannou returns.
I have known Francis Ngannou since 2015. And over the last decade, I've had the privilege of hearing his story on numerous occasions. You'd think that story would become more believable over time. But actually, the more you learn, the less possible it seems. That the path of the heavyweight world champion began here, in the village of Beatty, Cameroon.
You asked if when I grow up, he used to be like this?
Huh? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, what was it like?
There wasn't a house here with a piece of cement. Before there wasn't like electricity here. Now you can see the cable. It's a power cable. So this is it.
This is where you live?
Yeah. If I was to describe my childhood, I would say it's like, it's definitely the toughest part of my life.
Do you like being here?
Now, yes. Before, no. We make a bricks out of the mud. In fact, some room didn't have windows. I remember I had one toothbrush that I kept that for like 12 years.
12 years.
You can have no food in your stomach. Yeah, I was pissed. I'm like, no, I can't be grateful for this. I can't just sit and be comfortable here like everything is okay.
Yeah.
I really had nothing at time. So make it little difficult, but shaping me up for the tough life that was ahead of me.
At 22, Ngannou reached a pivotal crossroads in his life. If he wanted the opportunity to follow his dreams, he had to leave.
I realized that it wasn't going to be possible to make it there. Couldn't have a visa, couldn't have anything, didn't have any money. It was a tough decision to make, to leave without knowing where you're going.
Ngannou began a perilous 4,500-mile journey from Cameroon to Europe. He started north into Nigeria, moved his way west through West Africa, and crossed the daunting Sahara Desert into Morocco. The last stage, finally crossing into Europe, proved to be the most difficult.
The crossing from Morocco to Spain, that was the toughest one. It took me almost 1 year, multiple attempts, 6 attempts in the ocean, and then 4 attempts on the fences.
You have scars from it?
A lot of scars.
Can we see them?
This is from it, even this finger. I think this one. So I finally made it the 7th time in the 7th attempt in the ocean.
In all, it took Ngannou 14 months to make the journey that would forever change his life. He had made it to France, where he would waste no time starting his legendary career. Ngannou became a world champion in mixed martial arts. And after that, he took on the impossible once again by transferring over to the world of boxing for 2 mega fights. He had lived out his childhood dream. He had won the game of life. But as it turned out, his biggest challenge was still to come.
There was a point in life that I thought I have won everything, that I have won a life. Whatever challenge that I face out there, I look back, even at my family, basically at my son, and then I tell myself, I have won, I have made it, no matter what's happening. It never crossed my mind that something would be happening to him. You have a kid, right?
Yeah, my son. You met my son.
What will you do for your kid?
Yeah, anything. I would. Yeah.
In April, Ngannou's 1-year-old son, Kobe, died suddenly.
All of a sudden, you feel powerless and useless. I considered to retire because I was asking myself, what's the point? But, I started thinking about him, and I think what will honor him the most, him being the reason of me stopping, and I don't want him to have that responsibility of being the one that made me stop.
Would you be willing to tell me about him? Just about him?
He was just 15 months, but my boy, and all my dreams was now on him.
How do you feel like fighting honors him?
I can honor him living, doing great things on his name, become a better man. I mean, just to have him as a purpose. This fight is special in the sense that the purpose for me is different. I dedicate this fight to him, and then I'm taking my motivation from him. The statement that I personally look to make to this fight, to point out my relentlessness, my dedication, and my determination. That's for me what matters the most.
It's astounding what Francis Ngannou has overcome. Born into a life of no opportunity, a 14-month journey to a foreign continent just for the hope of chasing a dream. The loss of a son. Not only is he still standing, he's ready to put everything on the line in front of the world once again, this time to honor the memory of his son.
In my opinion, the greatest victory for Francis is his journey. There isn't a single stage that you can overlook. From childhood to where he is today. From childhood until now, it is all a victory.
Ferreira is the scariest possible opposition for Ngannou as he returns to the cage.
I am Renan Ferreira, the current PFL heavyweight champion.
Renan Ferreira, 6'8". He's just a different physical specimen than we often see in the sport of mixed martial arts.
Eu me sinto muito confiante. Tenho desenvolvido muito nos últimos anos.
Sheffield drop with the left hook. Problema with the finish.
Tenho refinado a minha técnica, o meu boxe, o meu wrestling.
Oh, straight right. It's a 1-2 good night from Renan Ferreira.
Não é à toa que eu fui campeão.
Renan Ferreira on his way to a championship.
Estou no meu melhor momento da minha vida, da minha carreira.
Renan has a lot of respect for Denis Goltsov's abilities, but doesn't believe that the Russian has enough to beat the problem. And another, Ferreira knocks down Goltsov. Problema with the championship.
Eu tô pronto para lutar com qualquer um.
Problema, the length, the strength, the explosiveness. Renan Ferreira is the problem for Ryan Bader tonight. Oh, right hand! Ferreira immediately drops Ryan Bader and goes right to low. The end of the fight. Renan Ferreira.
Francis, cadê você?
Battle of the Giants, ladies and gentlemen. October 19th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Eu sempre trabalhei muito duro para estar entre os melhores. É uma realização lutar com o Francis. Espero que ele esteja bem preparado, que eu vou estar bem treinado para essa luta. Com certeza, quem colocar a mão primeiro, o outro vai dormir.
Before Ngannou could set his sights on the launch of PFL Africa, he returns to the cage on October 19th with a massive fight of his own. Ngannou Ferreira headlines the Battle of the Giants on ESPN pay-per-view for the PFL Super Fights heavyweight belt, a stacked card that also features Chris Cyborg versus Larissa Pacheco and Johnny Eblen versus Fabian Edwards for the Bellator middleweight title. The PFL Battle of the Giants is the biggest event of the year with a must-see main event. Francis Ngannou versus Reina Ferreira, the Predator versus the Problema. Will Ngannou continue his reign as the baddest man on the planet, or will the 6'8" giant Ferreira stop him in his tracks? The two scariest strikers on the planet colliding for super fight supremacy on a stacked night loaded with stars. Legend Chris Cyborg against the PFL's double champ Larissa Pacheco.
Larissa Pacheco unloading big-time power shots.
And a Bellator title fight rematch for the ages.
Johnny Eblen pulling on the pressure and the ground and pound looking to finish it.
The PFL Battle of the Giants. Brace for impact.